What's up, guys, and welcome back to my winter car. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would really mean a lot to me right about now. If I seem a little defeated, more so than usual, it's because in the previous episode, we attempted the rally, and I didn't even come close to the podium. I'm pretty sure I was at the bottom of the dang leaderboard. I'm starting this out, like, at the butt crack of dawn as well, because unfortunately, like an idiot, I saved in between rally stages. So what that means is now we have to wait 2 in-game weeks just to take part in the rally again. What I should have done is saved prior to even signing up for the first stage. That way, if we did fail, like we did, I wouldn't have to wait 2 in-game weeks. I could just quit the game and start from the save before the sign up. It is what it is. It really sucks. It really sucks. And the other thing that kind of sucks is the upgraded tires that I was going to purchase for this thing aren't actually allowed for the Junior Cup. They're good for the Amateur Cup, but for the Junior Cup, it looks like these studded tires that we have right meow are probably as good as it gets. So I think maybe for the next attempt, I'm gonna toss the other sandbag. We had 2 sandbags in there initially, but I'm gonna toss the other one back in there to try to just get some more weight over the rear axle, because we were sliding out all over the place. I was getting real frustrated. It was not a good time. What we can do, though, and what I'm going to do, is purchase the rally suspension. And this is going to take a few days to show up, so while we're waiting for that to happen, we also don't even have enough money to buy those right meow. So while we're waiting for that stuff to happen, I'm going to go around and do some firewood deliveries, do some poop truck work, heck, maybe even deliver the advertisements into people's mailboxes. And then after that, just twiddle my thumbs, I guess, and wait for 2 whole in-game weeks to pass so we can try it all again.
24 hours later.
Welcome back to my winter waiting game. Yesterday, I spent my entire workday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just waiting for an in-game week to pass. So it is now the next Monday. This weekend, the rally is happening. I've done nothing but just basically sit on my hands for the entire time, and it's been miserable. I did do an advertisement delivery run, and I've delivered 2 loads of firewood to 2 people in town. That's it. You know what? Before I fill up with fuel, I really don't have anything new to share with you guys, to be honest. But hopefully Marguerite has our rally suspension ready for us. And she does. 9,100 marks, Marjorie, thank you so much. We are so broke, it's not even funny. 2,600 marks to our name now, ladies and gents. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad. And since we basically don't have any money in our bank account, I'm still going to just insert cash into this thing so we can fill the sorbet up with some fuel. Now, oh wow, first try? That's super rare. That's a rare pull right there, ladies and gents. Now we have to wait until probably Friday just to install the rally suspension. I would do it now, but then I'm just gonna have to wait until Friday anyway, so I'm gonna wait first, and then we'll, oh, I need to be quick about this, don't I? I'm gonna wait first, and then we'll do the install probably tomorrow, with the way that things have been going. This has really been a good time. I don't know how else to spin that. I'm having a blast. I guess while we're here, I should probably re-up on our tater chips, on account of I've gone through, I think, 2 grocery bags like this full of them already. Thanks so much, Marjorie. You have a great rest of your day. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I think it's the morning, I'm really not sure. I guess, okay, hey, hang on. Here's some good news. Our character is so overweight that our fatigue increases at a much faster rate. Meaning, I've just been doing a lot of sleeping to like fast forward the time. But that's why I don't really know what time it is now. It could be early morning, it could be late at night. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll install some rally suspension. Oh my... Almost died.
The next day.
After waiting around for nearly 2 full IRL days, it's finally time to install the rally suspension. The rally's not going to happen until tomorrow, but we have that to look forward to, which is nice. We're down to $1,700 after paying a bunch of bills and whatnot. Now, I think the front suspension is going to be a little bit more difficult than the rear. We might have to like remove the wheel and the front brake assembly, but it should be 2 13s holding this rear strut on. So we'll do that bottom one, that top one, and then I'm thinking we'll just be able to pop both that and the spring out. Nice. No jack required. And then springs are all the same. So we've got a 7.5-inch, 200-pound spring now. And this might be a little tricky, I guess. Just to get the spring lined up exactly where it wants to go. There it is. And now we need rear shock absorbers. Oh, yeah, dude, I totally forgot all the adjustments, too. I don't really know how I want to adjust it just yet. I'm thinking full soft would probably be best. But I don't really know. Maybe we should just go sort of in between. I mean, even if we don't mess with any of the settings, I think just by default, it's going to be a lot better than the stuff we had in there before. So we'll grab that other spring. This was a 6.5, 234-pound spring. So our weight capacity has gone down, but the height of the spring, or I guess the travel of the spring, is a little bit better. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on this other side, and then we'll work our way up to the front. I'm guessing a few of you probably thought that I just gave up on this altogether, since I kind of missed an upload last Wednesday. Sorry about that. I was busy just waiting around for time to pass, and it was great. Honestly, you didn't miss much. Trust me. Like I said, I think I said yesterday, all that I've done is like 2 firewood deliveries and 1 advertisement job. Why can we still not remove this? Do I have to take... Maybe I have to take out the strut first? I don't remember the order of operations here. We already got that undone. So then it's 2 8s down in the bottom here. Got 1 on the right and 1 on the left. Okay. So now that we have that done, let's try to... Excuse me? Front shock absorber. There it is. Now we can remove that. Okay, so we probably didn't need to undo those. Let's go ahead and tighten those back up again before I forget. We're gonna have to run down into the pit really quick to grab that front brake assembly as well. Ooh. This is awkward. And now we should be able to remove that spring, which also fell into the pit. Down into the abyss. That's fine. We'll just leave it there for a minute or two. All right, so with that done, let me think about this. Do we want to put this on before? I think we want to put this back on before we reinstall a strut. Maybe. And then we're going to want a 12 because both of these are 12mm nuts. There we are. The, like, ball joint in that upper control arm doesn't line up whatsoever, but trust me, it's fine. We were running it like that before and didn't have any issues, so... Now we should be able to toss this guy in there. And that is 112 up there. And grab our 8 again. we've just got 2 8s here. So front and rear are both going to have to be adjusted for rebound and bump stiffness, if I remember correctly. Don't those just look good in there, though? They really do. A lot of you are probably just like, Toogii, get the dang suspension installed and let's get a move on. We've got a rally to win, right? Oh, apparently, too, a lot of you guys were saying... Oh, what size was that, a 15? A lot of you guys were saying that if I... This better not be a solicitor. If I wouldn't have gotten a time penalty, we would have podiumed at the very least. I don't know if we would have got first necessarily. Another load of firewood. Where? Sewage, the OG guy. I was gonna do the sewage tank, like, clearing jobs, but I was waiting for a 4th one. We've had 3 sitting on that board for basically 2 weeks now. I'm still not really sure why we received the time penalty. Some of you guys were saying that it was because I was supposed to line up in a certain area, like between 2 red signs. So I'm gonna try that next time, and we'll see if that works. But apart from that, I've got no idea, straight up. So I'm just gonna push this thing over a little bit. We'll bring the jack around to the passenger side and do the exact same thing, and then we can adjust the suspension slightly. I think I really just want to adjust the bump stiffness in the rear so that it's as soft as it can possibly be, which should be... I can't even really see those icons. Okay, this direction. So we're gonna soften up bump stiffness only in the rear. And then we'll leave the rebound stiffness factory. I guess, and this is also assuming that this suspension ships with all the same settings all around. We kept sliding out during our first attempt at the rally, and I'm hoping that just by adjusting the bump stiffness and making it softer, it'll be less, how do I want to word this? Over bumps, it'll hopefully kick out the rear end less, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And as soon as I took that other sandbag out of the rear, I regretted it almost immediately. So we're gonna toss another one of those back in there. I don't want to do 3 of them. And the reason that I took it out initially, my logic, or I guess lack thereof, was the more weight we have in the rear, if the rear end were to slide out, that would just give it more momentum, right? But as you would have seen, I don't think it mattered whatsoever. So we're gonna leave the vehicle here overnight. I'm assuming that it still runs. I guess we'll find out in the morning. And now we wait some more. Maybe I'll do that firewood delivery, because we're like kind of broke. Our tractor's about running on fumes, but we've got the jerry can with us, and we've made it to the drop-off spot. I parked pretty decently, actually. It's always a surprise when that happens. Now, I've sort of stopped... Thank you so much, thank you so much. I've sort of stopped showing this process. And I'm sorry to those of you who like watching it. I can't focus at all with that guy talking in my ear like that. But it's the same thing every single time. And it just got to be a bit monotonous, you know? I'm the same person that I was yesterday, so I'm just gonna say the same sort of things if we're doing the same sort of job. Okay, well, that's convenient. It also isn't the main objective of the episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really just want to be attempting the rally again, but here we are, having to do all of this nonsense. We have arrived. I gotta pull the choke out on this thing. Something is seriously wrong with the Revette right now. Our coolant temp gauge doesn't work, speedometer doesn't work, AFR gauge doesn't work, headlights don't work, we're having some sort of electrical failure. The battery only had enough juice just to get it to turn over, so as soon as we're finished signing up here, we've gotta go. Oh wait, 2 out of 10 now. Do we only get 10 tries at the Junior Cup? Interesting. That definitely said 1 out of 10 last time. But what I was trying to say is, as soon as we're finished doing this, we're gonna have to go to Psk to grab a new battery. I'm hoping that that's the only problem. This better update, because that makes it seem like we've already done the rally and can't do it again. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I did bring the tool set along with me as soon as I realized that the battery wasn't charging. I don't think it'd be a problem with our alternator though, because we got like the high performance alternator, you know what I mean? And another thing too, like wouldn't the battery light be on the dash? Oh, but the dash isn't working. So never mind. Never mind. Let's unbuckle, rip the e-brake, grab our tool set here, and I'm trusting that we're gonna be able to turn this thing back on after we replace the battery. So let's head on inside. We'll talk to Marjorie real quick. Just the battery today, Marjorie. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the work you do here. If our high performance alternator isn't able to charge that battery, that means it's probably shot. So I'm gonna leave it here in the parking lot for some other sucker. But let's get these 2 bolts tightened up. And we'll hop back in, see if we have power. We do. Perfect, okay. Turns right over. Battery light was on there for a second, but it's since gone out. Coolant temp seems to be rising. I think that's good. If the needle's on the right side, that should mean that it's recharging the battery. If it's on the left, I feel like that means it's not. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that. Oil pressure still looks really bad. And I promise, before we left our parents' house, I did top the oil up. So we're good on oil, or at least we should be. Okay, oil temp is now operating temp. Coolant is now operating temp, but climbing? Oh, there it goes, okay. The fan kicked on. All right, we should be good. Now, we just have to wait until, I think it was 5 p.m. for that first stage. And you know what? Let's head back to the apartment, because last time we were there, I tried to sleep, and it wasn't letting me. Some of you guys thought that it might be because the apartment is just too cold, but if it were too cold, then the pipes would be frozen, and they're not. I've also been paying the electricity bill pretty regularly. Rent, I don't really know about. I mean, we might have enough in our bank account to pay it. I've got the alarm clock set so we don't oversleep. This time it works. Oh. Dude, it's a weird visual thing. I was probably looking right here, but we need to be looking in the middle of the bed. I swear I used to look like up at the headboard, but anyways, let's have a little nap.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll try out this rally. I should also get the controller set up. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bad time. All right, I really don't have much time. We've got to get to the line like ASAP. So I'm gonna try to go through this super quick. Steering axis left. That's joystick. That's your left. Oh my God, this is gonna be so much more difficult than I thought. That's your left joystick to the left, obviously. Steering right, left joystick to the right. Don't mess with these ones. Throttle axis, this one here, that's gonna be right trigger. Brake axis, left trigger. Clutch axis, skip that. Come down to here where it says clutch button. I do LB. Also steering dead zone. If you have any stick drift, if you have an old controller, make sure to bump that up a little bit, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. And then handbrake, I put to A. Shift up is X or B. X and B, one of those two. They might be flipped around. But anyways, we've got to put the handbrake down and get up to the line because it's about to go down, ladies and gents. It is about to go down. Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes. Okay. So we need to be in between the red signs, is what one of you had said. So I guess here, maybe I was like too far forward the last time around or something. I really don't know. Also, I might even turn this on too, just so we can see a little bit more. But yeah, not 100% sure about the whole sign thing. We've got our countdown. 3, 2, 1, and we're out of here. Upshift to second. All right, now, last time I did the rally, I saw a few of you guys say that you didn't like it, that it was sped up. The parts where there were no commentary, you didn't like it, that it was sped up. So this time, I'm not gonna do that. And there are probably going to be people who want it to be sped up. I can't win. I already know that. It's a losing battle. But I'm gonna lock in and try to do the very best I can. No. Back on track, back on track, back on track. Okay, we're still good. I also think I need some brights, because I can't really see that far in front of me. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Wait, is this the line? Let's go! Let's go! All right. I feel like we did better. I definitely feel like we did better. Obviously, at the moment, I don't know what our time was, but as long as it was, let's say, less than 7 minutes, I think that's about what we did last time. Wait, why did that say stop? Is that why I'm being penalized? Surely that's not the reason, right? Because now I have to, like, ooh, okay. Now I have to go over to the ski jump area within an hour and start that one. So I don't know. It would be weird, I feel like, if I had to stop there. But let's head on over here and we'll give this other one a shot. I gotta say, the oh, just killed it. Nice, cool. That's exactly what you want when you're using the controller. There it is. All right, we're still good. We're still good. But I gotta say, I don't think I need to use the clutch anytime I press the brake, apparently. I don't think the bump stiffness adjustment really did that much. In fact, I think it might have made it a little bit worse. Okay, we've still got like an hour until we have to run this second stage. Maybe that's why I got the time penalty. I wonder if I ran before it was even my time to run. That's a possibility. Hey, okay, stage 1 time, 6 minutes, roughly 30 seconds. I'll take that. I will take that. Last time around, I want to say it was almost like 7.5 minutes, so we might have just shaved a whole minute off of that first stage time, which is a really big deal, honestly. All right, and then, let's see, previous time here was 2 minutes, 54 seconds. If we do even a little bit better than that, I'll be happy about it. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to sort of sit here for a sec and twiddle my thumbs until we can actually run this thing.
2 very boring minutes later.
So the windshield is kind of fogged over and we only have about 10 minutes. Why? Actually, why? What's going on here? Dude, I have the... Seriously. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, okay. Handbrake is down. We should be good. Check time again. 5 minutes. We're all right, we're all right. Holy cow, that was scary. Like, what am I supposed to do in a situation like that? Our countdown has begun. gonna pull up just a little bit further here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and green light. All right, this one is, oh wow, already much more slippery than the main stages. Gotta fix my camera angle too. It's a little weird there. All right, first chicane. Much better through there with the controller. I've just got to be light on the throttle. As soon as that rear end starts to kick out, I got to get off throttle immediately. Okay, this is really slow. Oh, no, please. First gear. Dude, no. Are you kidding? Come on. This hill is so steep. I'm not gonna say anything. I've been in good spirits thus far. I need to stay that way. Okay, really slow through there, but sometimes slow is fast, right? Dude. I feel like I've been pretty on it as far as when the rear end kicks out, you know, getting off throttle. I was completely off throttle just then, and it still spun around on me, so. Oh, that is rough. That is very rough. And it's dead again. This is the hardest stage, I think. Brother. I'm like fully stuck. Reverse? Where's the road even at? Right behind me. All right. Reverse it is. This clutch is hurting bad, I'm sure. Because I just keep dropping it. I can't even drive! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Just reverse, I guess. That's the only way to get straightened out. Okay. Really cool. No, this is good. Yeah. I can't even drive forward. The only way I can go from here is down. It's over. It's over. I'm backed up against a wall. We can't continue. We just can't. I mean, look how steep this is. What this means is we're going to have to redo the entire first stage, even though it was so good, just to get back here, and hopefully we can do better. Okay, that one did not feel fast whatsoever. It looks like it was about the same, though, as last time, which is really pretty surprising. So that tells me that I basically just need to try to stay calm and take it easy. Don't try to, like, get a top speed record throughout the rally or throughout the stage. Just kind of try to keep all four wheels on the ground, I guess. Back to waiting here just for a few minutes, and we can try this one again. I just had to let my wife know that I probably won't be, first gear, probably won't be joining her for lunch today, but that's okay, you know, I'll eat later. What? Why? Why? Dude, I had the clutch in. I didn't even hit the brake. Oh my God. I still don't really understand where the end of this course is, so... Okay, well, it's dead, I guess. Hopefully we cross the finish line at some point. Let's really quickly see if we can grab this guy. 2 minutes and 43 seconds. That is better than we did last time. There's one stage left, ladies and gents. I've just got to keep it in one piece and go park in the parking area. We've got this, I think. Hear me out. I'm tempted to save, but only because our first 2 times are much better much, much better than they were last time around, right? So, in theory, if we do poorly on this third and final stage, we could just reload the save from this point and then kind of try to make up time for just one stage instead of having to do all 3 stages all over again. Having said that, though, if I do poorly again, that does mean that I'm going to have to kill 2 weeks of time again just to try it all over again. I think I want to risk it. I really think I want to risk it. All right, we have made it to the third and final stage of the rally. Again, 3, 2, 1, we're out. All right, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Please, no, no, no. Up on the road, up on the road, come on. All right, we lost a little bit of time there. Gotta keep it together. I am so nervous right now, dude. My entire body is shaking. Not even kidding. across the line. That's gotta be a good time. It's just gotta be a good time, dude. If it isn't, I'm gonna be really upset. My heart is pounding right now. My hands are shaking like this was very, very nerve-wracking. Let's see how we did on our sheets. 7 minutes and 25 seconds is maybe a little bit better than we did last time. We had that one spin out, so we might have been at like 7 minutes on the dot. I don't see a trophy here again. Hey, no time penalty that time though. 16:43. That still doesn't put us on this sheet though. So we would have to shave 2 minutes off on that final leg, on that third and final stage, if we wanted to podium. And actually, we wouldn't even podium at that point. I need a break. All right, I need a break. And since we saved, when we come back, I'll try that last stage again. Do I want to? No. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. This is probably a mistake, but I've decided to try to run the old Satsuma rally suspension settings, which I'll put somewhere on the screen. I don't really think it'll be competitive, since that was a front-wheel drive car in the summer, and this is now a rear-wheel drive car in the winter. Very, very different driving conditions, but if it sucks, at least then I'll know that I should just have the opposite settings, pretty much. No, 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 no. This is not good. This is really not good. Dude, we didn't have like a big, well, we did spin out once. It probably killed like 30 seconds. I felt really good though at the beginning here. So I'm gonna keep pushing, and we'll see if there's a chance, you know? There's not a chance. There was never a chance. Just from the short drive over here, it does feel like the suspension is much more bouncy than it was before, and that's a pretty smooth road. So is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I guess we're gonna find out. Dude! Okay, literally exact same thing that happened last time. I think it's my downshift. Maybe I just need to rev it a little bit higher before I dump the clutch again. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I looked down and it was suddenly in neutral. Also, no surprise, the bounce made it worse. The bounce made it so much more unstable. So I'm gonna go back to the Satsuma settings that we had originally. It felt a little bit faster though. Kind of. Earlier, when I was talking about upshift and downshift, upshift is B, downshift is X. Wow, that was so much slower through there, but it's okay. Just breathe. Just breathe. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's great. No. You have got to be kidding me. Not that much time lost. Not that much time lost. Oh my goodness. I was so tense. You guys probably think I'm out of my gourd thinking that I could make up 2 minutes. To be fair, I didn't think that I could make up 2 minutes, but I wanted to try. That was 100% my best attempt. Let's pull the choke out here and we'll see how we did, I guess. 6 minutes, 24 seconds. Better than our first stage time, which is interesting because it's the same thing, just in reverse. It's actually a little bit longer, even. Fleetari, I don't see a trophy, so I'm not expecting much, but are we at least... We're still not even up here. No time penalty, no parking violation, no jump start violation. The times are somehow getting better. I don't even remember seeing anyone in the 13s before. I guess we're just gonna have to try it again. Unfortunately, I was dumb again and saved in between stage 2 and 3 because I thought we were doing well enough to be able to do that. What this means now is I have to kill 2 weeks worth of time so we can try it again. Yeah, I'm probably gonna miss another upload, so just sorry about that in advance. On that terrible, terrible disappointment, that is unfortunately where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. Once again, though, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.